BingePipe is revolutionizing main menus. BingePipe asks the revolutionary question, could a fictional framing device for a video game change the entire future of media consumption? Our investors sure hope so.
I'm insufferable.
I'm just some dude that still has his old roommate's password.
I'm gonna live forever.
We are BingePipe!
Coming soon to BingePipe, this.
You've heard of a tables, ladders, and chairs match, but this week on Wrestling is Everywhere, we are taking the competition to a new level by having it in the middle of a fully operational high-end furniture and home decor.
BingePipe is honored to be the new home of You Don't Know Jack. BingePipe, the all-seeing elder gods are hungry.
My name's Cookie Masterson, and due to a landslide vote, we're going to skip my song. A little one-on-one. Yeah, it reminds me of my street ball days. And we're off.
Time for question 1.
First on the docket, Dan Brown's got Renaissance men in different area codes. Based on international phone numbers, if Leonardo da Vinci had a cell phone, what would be Da Vinci's code? 39, 44, 101, or 3? Let's see who got it. Hey, F for effort. You killed it. Your chances, I mean. Why didn't you pick this? Leonardo da Vinci lived in Italy, which has the country code of +39. So to call da Vinci, you'd need to dial +39, then his number. Now, da Vinci's PIN number, that'd be something I'd like to crack.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
And now, death, the ultimate unlimited data plan. Personally, I'm fine with it. Actors gotta eat. But my mother is very upset with the Verizon guy who is doing those Sprint commercials now. According to Dante's Inferno, if the Verizon guy went to the part of hell reserved for the greatest traitors, how would he spend eternity? Frozen on a FaceTime call in the 9th circle, dropping calls in the 11th circle, searching for bars in the 3rd circle, or being ghosted by real ghosts in the 5th circle. Okay, let's take a look. Bam! I mean, splat. Oh, honestly. Dante wrote that the worst traitors of history, including Judas, were frozen in the 9th circle of hell.
Why don't we do it with free?
Next, the man in the high castle doing renovations, and it's time for this or that. I'm going to read you 7 things, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's the name of an Amazon original program, a tool brand, or both. Think fast, you'll only get a few seconds to pick between an Amazon show or a tool brand, or both. And you're both doing this together, so focus up. Ready? Good. Hand of God. Master Palm. Bosch. Viking. Goliath. Patriot. Husky. I wouldn't put this on your LinkedIn profile. But player one, you really boned up that dis or dat.
Uh-oh! Binge pipe diagnosticates that someone is pouting.
Looks like it's screw time.
That's right, Cookie. Use the screw to make answering a question harder for the other player. The results may surprise you, and you'll receive a bonus if they choose incorrectly.
Yeah, okay, they get it.
Use them wisely. Or don't. You do you.
I don't need you anymore.
Coming up next, Octopus Coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein?
Octopus, coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein. The doctor, that is.
What's tag?
Name means conqueror in Latin. Octopus, coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein? Let's see how that shook out. My buzzer isn't working, but if you ever replay this question, don't pick that one. Let me show you something. Dr. Frankenstein's first name is Victor, which is Latin for conqueror. Making things even more confusing, Victor Frankenstein's middle name is Monster. Here's one I like to call House Tyrell Party. We all know why we watch Game of Thrones, for the gratuitous architecture. If Game of Thrones actress Natalie Dormer threw a party in her dormer, what kind of party would it be? A column affair, a stairway soiree, a balcony blowout, or a window shindig? So who got it? A dormer is a vertical window that projects from a sloping roof, so the party would be in the window. Just maybe don't invite Bran. Yeah. Round one is history. Show me that scoreboard.
Currently, player one is in the lead. Player two, on the other hand. Wow, you are really doing it. Poorly. The data we have acquired demonstrates a need for an additional screw.
Round two screws screw even harder, and you'll net more cash for each player that answers wrong. So don't be shy about using that thing. Better get those answers in fast, player one, before you get screwed. Oh, and remember, questions are worth twice as much in round two.
Time and fun stops for no one.
6 trombones is not a parade.
Here we have Nocturnal Ambitions. Which entry from my dream journal is clearly a wet dream? Sexy cotton spinning, sexy knife sharpening, sexy... Oh, this'll be good. You knew that screw was coming, player one. You guys remember your password, right? Who picked what? Sexy cotton spinning is definitely in my dream journal a lot, but it's still not the correct answer. Were you thinking this one? To whet something like a knife is to sharpen it. This question is making my knife block hard. Yeah, that screw is a good move, player two. Here's that cash.
Mon béret a rétréci. 7.
Coming up, Avenge Me. Which member of the superhero team, the Avengers, is also the king of Wakanda? T'Challa, T'Challa, T'Challa. Look sharp. You got screwed in the back, player two. Luckily, this question's even better backwards. What'd you guys pick? That's the correct spelling of T'Challa, the Black Panther.
Question.
The algorithm demands your input. Would you like a question with air horns or a question about air horns? Use your device to select your preference. Your choices cancel each other out. Binge Pipe will select the slightly better option.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of eight.
Oh, here's a good one. A question with air horns. If I get one of these babies in my hands, I just can't myself. How many compartments does a cow's stomach have? Or... Okay, what'd you pick? A cow has 4 distinct compartments in their stomach, or sometimes just referenced as 4 stomachs. 4 stomachs. That'll make a lot of... It's time for Nougat Feuds. You know, the weird thing about the novel, The Three Musketeers, is there's a 4th musketeer wandering around that book, and it's time we started talking about it. If the musketeer left out of the umbrella term Three Musketeers angrily trademarked their own candy bar, what could they call it? Lumiere's Nutlog, the Porthos Peanut Chew, Maurice's Milky Way, or D'Artagnan's Date Bar? Okay, who chose what? Promise me you will never go near something called Lumiere's Nutlog. D'Artagnan is pretty much the star of the Three Musketeers, but he spends the whole book as Musketeer number 4. The Three Musketeers in the title stands for Porthos, Huey, and Martin Short.
Sabes que es lindo, yes, perritos.
Behold, the magic of the digestive process. I've been working on some magic skills lately, and watch me pull this scarf from my throat. Ta-da! Since it's commonly known as the magic capital of the world, where did this never-ending magic scarf most likely originate? Colon, Michigan, Big Gut, Nova Scotia, Liverpool, England, or PP Township, Ohio? So what'd you pick? Bit of bad news for you. Oh, what might have been. The little town of Colon, Michigan is the self-proclaimed magic capital of the world. Not the most important fact, but I really needed an excuse to say PP Township. It's time for the attack. When you see an answer that matches the category, tap it on your device. The faster you pick a right answer, the more cash you make. And more than one answer can be right. But each time you're wrong, I'm taking some cash away. And don't forget, it's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Good breeding. I hope you recognize the recognized breeds of these animals. Player One wins! Nice work, Player One. I hope you feel good about that. I mean, life is still meaningless and we'll all die alone, but remember, a win's a win, and here's something else to remember.
You don't know Jack!
Binge Pipe is pleased to bring back You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe, more productive than voting.
Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson. I host this game and a weekly boiled eggs appreciation club that no one has ever attended. 2 players, mano a mano, head to head, knee touching knee. Whoa, I'm sensing some unspoken tension here. Okay, no turning back.
Start game! Time for question 1.
Let's start with, I'm not here to make Franz. The only thing worse than being on an awkward first date is having it available in a box set. What would you hear on The Bachelor if the producers decided the color of the flowers given out should directly match each contestant's name? Ebony, would you accept this jasmine? Jade, would you accept this cardinal? Amber, would you accept this sunflower? Or Scarlet, would you accept this violet? I love this part. I don't know if there is a connection here. Remember this moment. Sunflowers are a rich yellow color, otherwise known as amber. Sure, it's okay when it's on TV, but when I try to date 20 women at one time, it's called a cult.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Here's one for you. Polly, want a clap back? Hey, could you help me finish this tweet? Me. Sure, I'm polydactyl, but I don't let that define me. Also me. A pic of me flipping you off with my extra middle finger, an audiogram of me telling you to screw off in 5 languages, a gif of me kissing my multiple lovers, or a list of all the gods I believe in saying you're doomed. Hope you like what you picked. You. I know this answer. Also you. Polydactyly is a condition where someone has additional digits on their hands or feet. Thanks for the help. When it comes to social media, I'm so frowny face heart emoji rocket ship.
Why don't we do it with free?
Take a good look at Acne from the Block, and it's a dis or dat. I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one I want you to tell me if it's a movie starring Jennifer Lopez or a skincare product by Philosophy. Answer quick, you'll only have a few seconds to choose between a J-Lo movie or skincare. And you're both doing this together, so look alive. Okay, let's do it. Out of sight. Help me. Just release me. When hope is not enough. The backup plan. Take a deep breath. Enough. Let's just pretend you didn't understand the rules. But player 1, tough one. You failed to live up to my already very low expectations.
Binge Pipe customer retention protocol has been activated.
Uh-oh, camp counselor's here.
Your failure has earned you a screw.
Use that sucker on your opponent to trip him up during a question.
Perks you can only get through Binge Pipe.
I call this one a totally relatable childhood memory. If you're playing football in the backyard and your dad yells, "Go deep," where's the best place you could run to impress him? Death Valley, the Malloy Deep, the Caspian Depression, or Mariana's Trench? And how'd we do? The Mariana Trench is the deepest spot on the planet at over 36,000 feet below sea level. Your dad better have a really good arm. Feast your eyes upon this. Is a baby driver similar to a mini driver? If Baby from the movie Baby Driver learned to drive at the age a baby giraffe learns to walk, how fast would the baby become a baby driver? 1 second after birth? What's this? You got the pointy end of the screw, player 2. Let's get this question trending. Let's see how that shook out. Here's the answer that got away. Baby giraffes are up and walking an hour after they're born. Now, if you ever give birth to a baby driver, just remember to cut the umbilical cord before you give it the keys. That screw is a good move, player 1. This is your cash now. That's the end of round 1. Hey, voice, what data have you captured?
Currently, player 2 is in the lead. Player 1, on the other hand, maybe you should try winning. When the going gets tough, the tough gets another screw.
And remember, round 2 screws are more powerful, and they'll net you more cash for each player that gets the question wrong. So don't forget to use that thing. Better get those answers in fast, player 2, before you get screwed. Oh, and did I mention all the money's doubled in round 2?
I feel good about this.
6 trombones is not a parade.
This one's called, Is There a Mrs. Worldwide? If the rapper Pitbull wanted to honor the origins of the Pitbull, what sexy club scene should he show in his next music video? A Rottweiler grinding on a pug, a bulldog grinding on a terrier, a Doberman grinding on a dachshund, or a boxer grinding on a Shih Tzu? I love this part. Anybody see my wrong answer? Oh, here it is. Pit bulls were bred by mating a bulldog and a terrier. Thankfully, we've made it through the only dog sex question in the game. Actually, I can't promise that.
Las Péos se moque de moi. 7.
Introducing a community first, a business second. Who wrote that track?
Binge Pipe recommends. Because you showed interest in Polaris and Vega, we thought you'd like Dancing with the Stars.
Uh-oh. You got hit by a screw, player 2. Good luck following the bouncing answer. So what'd you pick? This might be discouraging.
Polaris and Vega are the names of stars in our galaxy, so Dancing with the Stars would be what you want.
If there aren't YouTube stars named Polaris and Vega, then what are we all doing? Nice screw job, player 1. Spend this wisely.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of 8.
Let's try Tiny Handkerchief. And hey, stress cut with Mime Sore.
It's time for a...
Think fast on this one. The longer you take, the less cash you make. Okay, here it comes. Look at this gibberish phrase and tell me what famous movie quote it rhymes with. Hey, a horse flea tissue. And don't get hung up on that punctuation. Which side are you on? The dark or the light? Okay, pencils down. Player 1. Congratulations, you're the most wrong. Watch close. Now let's keep going. This one's known as Down Under and Around Again. If you've heard Iggy Azalea's song Fancy, you already know she's in the fast lane from LA to Tokyo. This road would be what percentage of the world's circumference? 11%, 22%, 33%, or 44%? Who picked what? The fastest distance between LA and Tokyo would be around 5,478 miles, which is about 22% of the Earth's 24,901 mile circumference. Sadly, the fanciest thing about me is the feast I provide my cats.
Sabes que es lindo, yes, perritos.
Up next. If you hate people, every room can feel like an escape room. You ever done one of those escape rooms? You know, where you get locked in a room with people and you have to solve a bunch of puzzles to get out? And no, I'm not talking about high school. What's the most useful thing to scream while participating in an escape room that takes place in a tack room? Look under the doilies, check by the swords, feel inside the saddles, or fish around in the toilet. Okay, who chose what? Look, whenever I see an answer choice as swords, I usually want it to be right, too. If you pick this answer hoping to hear a toilet flush sound, you are in luck. This one escaped you. A tack room is attached to a horse stable and is used to store saddles, as opposed to the tact room, which is where you take the horses to have direct and sensitive conversations with them. You made it to the attack. When you see an answer that matches the category, tap it on your device. The faster you pick a right answer, the more cash you make. And more than one answer can be right. But each time you're wrong, I'm taking some cash away. And be careful. It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Played by... Match which actors played the following characters. Good luck. Player one takes it! Well done, Player one. You won the game. Put on your party pants and celebrate. Unless you're already wearing them. A little presumptuous, but hey, do what you want.
You don't know Jack!
Enjoy this exclusive behind-the-scenes content from You Don't Know Jack.
Funny story. For that Iggy Azalea question,
If you like menu screens, you'll love Binge Pipe's menus.
Join us. Psst, join the party. Join us. Join us. There's room for more. Join us. Join us. Join us.
there's room for more.
From the swirling Bleacher Nebula, it's the Zeeple Dome! Now let's hear it for your host, Glargon Alto!
Hello, Zeeple Dome! Welcome humans to an evening of laughter and lacerations! Uh-oh, somebody doesn't know the rules! We know what to do with first-timers! Without further space ado, let's get this Google started! Hey there! Take a look at your device and you'll see our patented Google technology. Drag that finger of yours around, aim at the target, then let go! There you go! Carnage! Change color! Only a human with the same color can hurt it now! Targets are easy! How about something that fights back? Kill the humans! A few more like that and you'll be space debris! Match the color to give your team some extra firepower. This crowd came to see blood! Get to it! open now. Bring yourself to the health field to recharge. How refreshing! Okay, let's see what you can do. But hold on, there's more! Will Earth continue on to the next gauntlet? Stay tuned, because the Sequel Dome is, they're going again! Look at all that moves. But wait, look at what else you've won. With a single gauntlet remaining, what will the Earthlings do? Stay tuned because the Zero Dome has never been crazy. They're going for the go ball. The time to Zero is now! just won a buttload of Zuma Bucks! I'd have to sell my left leak top to make that much. But that's not all! You won a very special prize! A pointless death in the void of space! And how about all those Zuma Bucks? Looky! Well, that's all for this week. For the Zero420, I'm Glargan, reminding you that a lot of humans were hurt during this.
If you like menu screens, you'll love Binge Pipe's menu screen. Binge Pipe is a streaming service with all your favorites, such as the reboot of the classic game You Don't Know Jack, and did we mention You Don't Know Jack? We're definitely real.
I'm a single parent.
I'm a bit of a scamp.
I'm just your...
Binge Pipe is proud to resurrect from the dead. You don't know Jack. Binge Pipe, there must be something better you could be doing.
Hi, I'm your host, Cookie Masterson, and when I put on the sorting hat, it told me I had lice. Either there's two of you, or my double vision is back. So let's get to it.
Time for question 1.
To get things started, can't get a dateline. Say the events of Fyodor Dostoevsky's classic novel Crime and Punishment are featured in an episode of Dateline NBC. What pithy episode title would make the most sense? The Ingenue's Fateful Ride, The Pawnbroker and the Murderer, The Landlord's Last Lease, or A Wife in the Attic. Let's see who got it. This is the correct answer, or is it? In Crime and Punishment, the protagonist, Rodion Raskolnikov, murders an old pawnbroker woman. Or did he? I mean, he did. It's explicitly stated, but I'm trying to build some suspense here, people.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Here we have a name to forgive but never forget. Which of these is the real name of the real person who really composed the opera Hansel and Gretel? Francis Babertooth, Catherite Meisternut, Jimothy Chompadunk, or Engelbert Humperdinck? What'd you guys pick? Need a hug? Whoa! Oh, that was nice. Here's the answer that got away. Yep, that's really his name. Keeping in mind this is a different Engelbert Humperdinck than the contemporary singer who is also named Engelbert Humperdinck. What is happening?
Why don't we do it with Creed?
Try this on for size. Ask your doctor if toys are right for you. Hey, over here. Hello? Now that I have your attention, it's time for this or that. I'm going to read off 7 names, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's a brand of fidget spinners or a doctor-prescribed ADHD medication. Answer quick. You'll only have a few seconds to choose between a fidget spinner or an ADHD drug. And you're both doing this together, so pay attention. Okay, let's do it. Zec-Pro. Coolivant. Trianium. Addison. Daytrana. Vocalin. Drowsebuster. You barely rose above my expectations. But player 2, you failed in ways numbers can't truly explain.
The binge pipe algorithm has detected hurt feelings.
Oh, that means it's screw time.
That is the truth, Cookie. Using the screw makes it harder for your opponent to answer in a variety of pleasurable ways. And you'll receive a bonus if they choose incorrectly.
I couldn't have said it better myself, apparently.
Haha! Happy to engage with you.
I don't need you anymore.
It's time for Ready Player 1. I keep hearing modern games give players the option to reskin the characters. If I do this naturally by letting my skin cells die, how long will it take me to reskin myself? About 1 month? About 2 months? About 3 months? Or about 6 months? So what'd you pick? That's correct, for a totally different question. You will call the right answer by its name. It takes about 1 month for new skin cells to reach the surface. Otherwise known as the amount of time I spent playing the Zelda Water Temple. Coming up next, a question with a John Oliver twist. Last Week Tonight airs at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sundays. So if the show were broadcast live, what city would actually see Last Week while watching Last Week Tonight? Lima, Moscow, Honolulu. Well, what do you know? You're dealing with the screw, Player One. Get ready to squint. Okay, what'd you pick? In Moscow, a live broadcast at 11 p.m. New York Eastern Standard Time would air 7 a.m. on Monday, so anyone watching would be seeing a show from last week. For anyone looking for a good laugh to go with their blinis and kasha, don't talk to me before I've had my kasha. Round 1 is history. Let's see which of you is my favorite.
Currently, Player 2 is in the lead. Player 1, on the other hand, you are not good at doing this. Your performance has triggered the need for another screw.
Round 2 screws have crazier effects. Plus, they earn you a bigger bonus for each player that gets the question wrong. So don't be shy about using that thing. Player 2, your only hope is to answer quick before Player 1 has time to screw. Oh, and by the way, all the cash in round 2 is doubled, in case you care about things like that.
You can take that to the bank.
6 trombones is not a parade.
Here's one I like to call Charles Deep Sea Dickens. If you read a book about a sad yet street-smart sea urchin, he would most likely say,
"Please, sir, have pity on me. I got no heart, mouth, feet,
or
anus."
Well. You got screwed in the back, Player 2. Get ready to stand on your head. So who got it? Sea urchins do not have a heart. But that doesn't mean they can't love. Love is universal. You know, like uni in sushi. No? Okay, never mind.
La vie est un canard. 7.
Introducing type equals squiggly bracket music, comma, female squiggly bracket.
Accept all cookies, don't clear your cache. It's time for data mining.
So, binge pipe user data is very, secure.
But just for fun, can you identify who this information belongs to so we can return it to them without a lawsuit? Directions to get around that track is I ain't know grammatically correct? Why do these bananas taste like redacted? Whose search history have we acquired? Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Mandy Moore, or Gwen Stefani?
Hope you like what you picked. If you ever replay this question, don't pick that one. Talking about how many times she's been around that track and how that shit is bananas is the way Gwen Stefani professes she ain't no hollaback girl.
I knew you would be able to do it. I had no doubt.
Yeah, leave the outdated puns to me, please.
Hey, question.
The algorithm demands your input. Would you like an attractive question or a question with a great sense of humor? Contribute your percentage of the choice now. We have a tie. Binge Pipe will select the slightly less satisfying option.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of age.
There is no hiding from a question with a great sense of humor. Which of these is not one of the 4 humors ancient Greeks believed made up human biology? Blood, phlegm, black bile, or white pus? Okay, who chose what? Farewell, Felicia. Next time, try this. The humors were believed to be blood, phlegm, black bile, and the fourth was yellow bile. Yes, there were 2 biles. Just like modern humor, the Greeks liked a good sequel. Feast your eyes upon this. Deep Shark Secrets. If you said I've got bigger fish to fry to a great white shark, what would you be frying? A blue whale, a whale shark, a bluefin tuna, or a giant squid? Okay, let's take a look. Honestly, a whale is not a fish. A whale shark is the biggest fish on Earth. That we know of. There are things down there in the deepest deep, unmentionable things. Maybe a shark with the face of a dog, or a dog with the face of my mom. Who knows what's down there?
Sabes que es lindo, yes, perritos.
Behold, my mentally imbalanced pony. Imagine all this time, the My Little Ponies have been perfectly normal-sized ponies who just thought they were too small. Which diagnosis could explain this? Pinkie Pie, you have muscle dysmorphia. Fluttershy, you have hypomania. Applejack, you have depersonalization disorder. Or Twilight Sparkle, you have malignant narcissism. Let's see how that shook out. Hypomania describes periods of extreme activity, so how My Little Ponies are really all the time. Isn't it obvious? Muscle dysmorphia is the obsession that your body is the wrong size. Pinkie Pie, you are perfect the way you are. It's time for the attack. When you see an answer that matches the category, tap it on your device. The faster you pick a right answer, the more cash you make. And more than one answer can be right. But well, excuse me for living. Here's your clue. A walk in the parks. Enjoy a nice walk through these park-themed prompts. Good luck. Player 2's got it! Nicely done, player 2. You won. Anyone you want to thank? Too bad we don't have time.
You don't know Jack!
Binge Pipe expected a bit more gratitude for presenting You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe, now we are become death, the destroyer of worlds.
Hi, I'm your host, Cookie Masterson, and if the opportunity were to ever arise, I'd be honored to be your power of attorney. Are you sure we're not playing poker? Because I see a pair of jokers. Yeah, we have some fun here. Okay, let's see what lies ahead.
Time for question 1.
To get started, I can be your zero. If James Bond were attempting to kill you in Brisbane, what number should you dial to receive help from emergency services? O, 00, 000, or 7? And how do we do? A single zero. Sometimes the insults write themselves. Brisbane is a city in Australia, and they dial 000 when they need help down under. I suspect this number gets a lot of use in a country where the national animal is poison.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Oh, here's a good one. GPS, Godzilla Positioning System. So, Godzilla is on his way to destroy Tokyo, but can't seem to find the island it's located on. What does he roar in frustration? Or, who picked what? I think you know it's coming. Watch how easy this is. Honshu, the largest of the 4 major islands that make up Japan, is where Tokyo is located. It's so like Godzilla to get lost. That would never happen to Mothra. That's why I'm totally Team Mothra. Hashtag Team Mothra.
Why don't we do it with free?
Take a good look at Avenue Q and A, and it's a dis or dat. I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one I want you to tell me if it's a song from the musical Avenue Q or a tweet from celebrity Gary Busey. Don't think too hard, I'm only giving you a few seconds to decide between Avenue Q or Gary Busey. And you're both doing this together, so focus up. Ready? Let's go. I'm not wearing underwear today. Compliment someone and they'll shut up. Not every F word is the F word. The internet is for porn. Everyone's a little bit racist. I just made spaghetti for the first time. Things are in season for a reason. It would be really sad if you bragged about this. But player 2, tough one. You failed to live up to my already very low expectations.
Uh-oh! Binge Pipe diagnosticates that someone is pouting.
Oh, this ought to be good.
Your failure has earned you a screw.
Don't forget, screwing your opponent makes it harder for them to answer the question.
We care enough so you don't leave us.
And now, dial A for murder. Which murderer committed the worst crime but has the mildest burn? First-degree murderer with third-degree burns, first-degree murderer with first-degree burns, second-degree murderer with first-degree burns, or second-degree murderer with second-degree burns? I love this part. First-degree murder is the most serious murder conviction in the U.S., yet a first-degree burn is the least serious type of burn. Now, how do they sentence arsonists? Why not try, I can't wait to meet her? If I'm trying to appear Byronic in my online dating profile, which poem should I reference in my opening? Looking for woman who walks in beauty. Brace yourself. You knew that screw was coming, player one. Hey, can you read without vowels? Oh, let's find out. Let's see how that shook out. I'm sure you meant well. Right. About now you should feel ashamed. Oh, honestly. Lord Byron wrote, "She walks in beauty." Now all I need is an opium-addicted wingman named Percy and I'm all set. Now, that screw is a good move, player two. Have some cash. That's it for round one. Time to count your chips while sitting at the table.
Currently, player 1 is in the lead. Player 2, on the other hand. Wow, you are really doing it. Poorly. We have another screw to help our targeted numbers.
And remember, round 2 screws screw even harder. And you'll net more cash for each player that answers wrong. So don't forget to use that thing. Better get those answers in fast, player 1, before you get screwed. Oh, and did I mention all the money's doubled in round 2?
You're doing so well, Cookie.
6 trombones is not a parade.
How about this one? Playing with my pills. Once a year I organize my medicine cabinet, and I just like to put on little plays with pharmaceuticals.
Well, if it isn't me old nemesis, acetaminophen. It's me, ibuprofen, but you might better know me as Tylenol.
Oh, this'll be good. You just got screwed, player 1. Maybe it's time to rebrand. So who got it? Sorry, no takebacks. Advil is one of the trade names for the pharmaceutical ibuprofen. Ibuprofen also masquerades as Motrin and Nurofen. Ibuprofen is to be taken for fever, menstrual cramps, and headaches caused by amateur theater. Expert screwing, player 2. Here's that cash. Oh, and it looks like we've got a name change. I'd call that an improvement.
Hey, question.
We'd like to offer you a chance to gain some content while also losing some other content. Would you like a question where Cookie gets mad or a question where Cookie gets even? Pick an option on your device now. The votes are in. We graciously accept your choice.
Mes collègues sont des crétins. 7.
Coming up, a question where I get mad. When I'm angry, I like to yell character names from Mad Max Fury Road. Which of the following is not something I would yell in anger? Furiosa, Nux, Slit, or Trumbo? What'd you guys pick? Trumbo is the name of a blacklisted screenwriter famously played by Bryan Cranston and not a nuclear wasteland warrior. I yell Trumbo when I'm perplexed.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of 8.
Here's one for you. I had no choice but to retort, "Those shoes, though." Officer, I have one question for you.
What is those?
The singular form of these, the plural form of this, the singular form of them, or the plural form of that? Okay, what'd you pick? Them is a pronoun that can be used in the singular or plural, but cannot be used to get you points for this question. Those is the plural form of that, as in, I can't believe that cop is wearing those shoes. If you didn't understand the reference in this question, you should check out the new true crime series, Fashion Police.
Na 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 na.
Let's try type equals squiggly bracket literature, comma, classic, squiggly bracket.
Accept all cookies, don't clear your cache. It's time for data mining.
In case you don't know, BingePipe needs help categorizing some ill-gotten data.
Yes, Cookie. I can ask the question now. Do sisters be writing? Do heights be wuthering? And do I be sick with tuberculosis? Whose search history have we acquired? Virginia Woolf, Emily Bronte, Jane Austen, or Louisa May Alcott?
And how'd we do? You blew it. Emily Bronte had famous writer sisters, wrote Wuthering Heights, and died of tuberculosis.
Cataloging which humans died of which disease is just a hobby of ours.
Sabes que es lindo, yes, perritos.
Up next, you can't spell women without omen. If you took a BuzzFeed quiz to find out which Greek mythology maiden are you, you accurately predicted your answer and no one believed you. What are you? Basically a Persephone, such a Hecuba, fully an Electra, or totally a Cassandra. So what'd you pick? You're gonna laugh. The better choice would have been, in Greek mythology, poor Cassandra was given the gift of prophecy with the side of, no one will ever believe you. If you don't know which member of your friend group is the Cassandra, it's definitely you. You made it to the attack. When you see an answer that matches the category, tap it on your device. The faster you pick a right answer, the more cash you make. And more than one answer can be right. But each time you're wrong, I'm taking... Ah, I see you already know the rules. Here's your clue. It's a numbers game. I hope you know your number titles. Good luck. 2 takes it! Excellent job, Player 2. I would have pegged you for one of the stupider ones. Still, you and I both know how this ends.
You don't know Jack!
Dad? It's Scraps. He's not moving.
Binge Pipe's menu screen offers everything you need to start a trivia game.
Another robot? Yeah, I guess I can get you in.
Psst, join the party. There's room for more. Join us. Psst, join the party. Psst, join the party. Psst, join the party. Psst, join the party. There's room for more.
Meow. Do not be startled. I am here to guide you as we explore the deepest recesses of your mind. You will build strange and complex worlds using only your imagination and your thumbs. A hypothetical situation missing one key part will be transmitted to your device, like this one. Ads before online videos have been banished. In their place are 15-second videos of this. They are not skippable. Is life better? There are infinite possibilities you could write in to complete this scenario. Prepare for a world where rules are more bent than a boneless yoga instructor falling down an MC Escher staircase. Get ready to split the room. Complete the scenario that was sent to your device. Roar. Feast your eyes on message in a container. While walking on the beach, you find a message in a bottle. The letter is addressed to you, and it only includes this short line. Do you try to find this person? The longer it takes the room to answer, the more bonus points you get. Here's one I like to call Drown It Out. You fall head over heels in love. Good luck. When sleeping over at this person's place for the first time, you find out they have to go to sleep to a white noise machine playing the sounds of this. Do you keep dating this person? And now, sleep famously. There's a chip in your head that makes you have the same dreams as a celebrity. Your designated celeb is this person. Removing the chip means you'll only have boring dreams. Do you keep it in? Here's where everybody stacks up at the moment. It's time to create some more havoc. Brace yourself for Fashion Fast Forward. The hot new fashion trend, believe it or not, involves wearing this. You have a job interview at a hip young office. It's the only promising job lead you've had in weeks. You have a family. Do you wear it? This one is called Mom versus SEO. Your mom quits her job to start a lifestyle blog. Unfortunately, she hasn't received much traffic. She asks you to share her site on your social media. Her latest post is titled, This. Do you share it? Get ready for the perplexing pill. You've contracted the 24-hour stomach flu. You can take a pill right now and stop it in its tracks, but the pill will make you do this for 24 hours instead. Is it worth it? Let's see how everyone's doing. We've reached the decisive diminish. Everybody will be presented with the same scenario. There will be two options to choose from. Door number 1 is already provided. You will decide what's behind door number 2. Remember, you want to make it as hard of a choice as possible. Oh, and if you correctly predict a certain player's decision, you'll earn some bonus points. Let's begin. Write an option that you think only some people would choose. Time. You are setting up your brand new smartphone, and it gives you two options for how you will unlock your home screen. You can rub your phone in your armpit, or do this. How do you choose to unlock your phone? Even more of an incentive to go off the grid. No dice. Great prediction. You just earned some bonus points. You get some bonus points. It all comes down to this.
Small blonde roast for Paula. Small blonde roast for Paula.
Welcome to the seminar. My name is Toby, and this is my ex-wife,
Lena! And together, we are about to change your lives. When I look out and see all 3 of you. Really? I whitened my teeth for 3 people.
What Lena means is that with an intimate group, there are fewer people that'll get rich from our secrets. But yeah, this doesn't really work with 3 people, so... Oh, wait a minute. There's a young man awkwardly lurking in the back. Join in, young sir. Come on, join in.
Hello.
Great. So now that we have a 4th, and the doors are securely locked, let's get down to brass tacks. How are we going to make you rich?
Simple. By unlocking your potential. The potential to invent. And as Lena said, the doors are securely locked. Kicking them can only injure you.
Now everybody knows the best inventions solve big problems.
And to identify those big problems, we'll need to do a little market research.
On your device, you're going to receive 2 fill-in-the-blank prompts. Type in anything at all.
And voila! You've created a problem!
Now your created problems get sent to the other attendees to inspire their creative masterpieces.
So let's get to it!
We're halfway home. Now look at your device. You've got somebody else's problems.
Been there.
Simply pick the one you want to solve.
No hurry, but that's half your time. Not to rush you, but the clock's a-ticking. Fantastic! Now it's time to solve that problem.
That's right. This is when ideas become reality, using nothing but a pen and paper.
But we ran out of paper, so you'll have to use some cocktail napkins.
And don't be afraid to use a little color while you're at it. We're halfway home.
Only a few seconds left to draw. You are all naturals.
I was just gonna say that. Okay, so now let's bring it all home. Give it a title.
And a snazzy tagline.
Something that makes people say, "Take all my money, take it right now."
Let's go.
halfway home.
Great! Now, each of you will present your creation with our amazing presentation tool.
Really sell yourself, too. This is no time to be shy.
Exactly! Now, let's see those inventions.
We got this covered. Hey, Toby, it looks like you have a problem.
You bet I do, Lena. Every night I have to get up to do this.
Well, I think I've got just the right solution. It's something I like to call...
That sounds like a perfect solution. What's it look like?
Glad you asked. Take a look at this.
Picasso couldn't have drawn it better himself. But Lena, I'll forget about this in 5 minutes unless it has an unforgettable tagline.
Not to worry, my easily influenced friend. Soon every billboard will read this.
Oh boy, that'll be stuck in my head for days.
We have witnessed pure genius.
And scene. My friends don't have any time for me now that they're all into this.
Well, I've got the fix. It's called...
I'm geeking out. Let's see it.
Well, looky here.
Whoa. But Lena, my brain is bad. I can only remember things that have a catchy tagline.
Ready, Freddy? And that's how it's done, everybody. Stand clear and watch us work. Hey, Tobes, seems as if you have a problem.
I sure do, Lena. I don't know for sure, but I think my parents are getting this.
Well, I've got the solution.
Yeah, that sounds like the answer to my prayers. But, what does it look like?
Glad you asked. Take a look at this.
Yeah, that looks... what's the tagline, Lena?
Not to worry, my easily influenced friend. Soon every billboard will read this.
You do get what we're trying to do here, right? Let's just move on. Great job, everyone! Now, each of you has been given some money tokens. Give your largest chip to your favorite invention, your second largest to your second favorite, and so on.
Got all that? Good. Let's go. That's half your time.
Great! Now let's see which inventions drove people wild.
You'll need to acquire $1,000 in capital to not only fund your invention, but also net yourself a $500 funding bonus.
Invest in a successful invention and get double your money back. But if it fails, they keep your cash.
Let's see how you did.
So sad.
Well done. Good job.
That's all.
Okay, for the final round, let's switch it up a bit.
Instead of solving different problems, you'll all tackle the same problem. Dun dun dun!
We're going to give you more money to invest, but now there's a higher funding bar to clear. Good luck! And who should choose that final problem? How about you? Simply select the problem you want everyone to solve. a good one. Okay, you know what's next. Let's draw.
This menu screen is a Binge Pipe exclusive.
From the swirling Bleacher Nebula, it's the Zero420x! Now let's hear it for your host, Largon Otto!
Thank you! Look who's in the hole of bruised and battered bones! It's Earth! What gauntlet will they choose? It's driving me... With fame and fortune up for grabs, let's get this Google started! make the team invincible. That's how it's done! Just one challenge All of these silver bucks are now yours! That's roughly $3 on Earth. We're dying to watch Earth continue. But will they? Stay tuned, because you never know what might happen in the Zeeple Dome! They're kill them. So it comes down to this one final challenge! it twice must feel twice as nice. Ching ching, my block tips.
If you like menu screens, you'll love BingePipe is more than a streaming service, and it's also less than a streaming service, because we're not a streaming service. Or are we? Yes, we aren't. BingePipe has mixed feelings about presenting You Don't Know Jack. BingePipe, consumer ranked between VHS tapes and watching grass grow.
I'm Cookie Masterson, and I am definitely not hosting this from my bathroom. But maybe open a window, just in case. I view you two as my children, in that I've already chosen a favorite. All right, we're taking off.
Time for question 1.
To get things rolling, getting away from it all. Hashtag so free. If Wi-Fi hotspots corresponded with volcanic hotspots, what selfie would I have the best chance of immediately posting to Instagram? A thumbs up in the Australian outback, duck lips at Yellowstone National Park, pretending to be surprised on Cyprus, or a glimpse of my butt in a mirror on a cruise to Antarctica. Okay, who chose what? A volcanic hotspot is where the Earth's mantle is so hot that it pierces through the tectonic plates. My ideal vacation is 5 minutes of outdoors time, followed by 5 minutes of Twitter time, followed by one some more. Rinse and repeat.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Up next, Candy Republic. Suppose scientists discover that peanut butter is sentient and can feel pain. Look, it could happen. How might this influence the candy industry? It would affect Reese's sales. It would affect Reese's sales. It would affect Reese's sales. Or it would affect Reese's sales. So what'd you pick? Affect with an A is the proper verb, and Reese's is spelled like, well, this. Remember, there's no wrong way to devour a sentient life form.
Why don't we do it with free?
Try this on for size. High on Mount Doom. And this is the one question to rule them all because it's a dis or dat. I'm going to read off names, and for each one I want you to tell me if it's a location mentioned in the Lord of the Rings books, a cannabis store in Denver, Colorado, or both. Think fast, you'll only get a few seconds to pick between Lord of the Rings, a cannabis store, or both. And you're both doing this together, so look alive. Okay, let's do it. Golden Hall. Frosted Leaf. Gladden Fields. Trenchtown. Green Dragon. Legal. Farmer Maggot's Field. You barely rose above my expectations. But player one, you failed in ways numbers can't truly explain.
Binge Pipe would like to improve your player experience.
Sounds like it's screw time.
That's right, Cookie. Using the screw makes it harder for your opponent to answer in a variety of pleasurable ways. And you'll receive a bonus if they choose incorrectly.
What would we do without you?
At Binge Pipe, we just want you to be reasonably happy.
I don't need you anymore.
There is no hiding from sooner or later. Time for another round of... Oh my god, don't move. Stay completely still. Okay, the national animal of France is right behind you. Just be calm, and eventually, it will get bored and swim away. It will ruffle its feathers and strut off peacefully. It will show its teeth, but just growl. Or it will crawl under a rock very, very slowly. So who got it? You're gonna laugh. The national animal of France is the Gallic rooster. And it looks like... okay, it's gone. You'd be surprised how many of our contestants are killed by roosters. Oh, here's a good one. I always cry during Pixar questions. If the boy from Coco traded his guitar for a Japanese instrument with 13 strings, what would you call the movie? Coco with a koto, Coco with a dogo, Coco with a mobo, or Coco with an oboe? Okay, let's take a look. I thought it was obvious it was this one. A koto has 13 strings and a rectangular shape. And it may have the ability to connect you with your dead ancestors. I don't really know. I gave up after 2 lessons. Round 1 is over. Remember, these numbers also serve as your personality rankings.
Currently, Player 1 is in the lead. Player 2, on the other hand, you did this to yourself. The data we have acquired demonstrates a need for an additional screw.
Round 2 screws have crazier effects. Plus, they earn you a bigger bonus for each player that gets the question wrong. So, do not be afraid to use that thing. Player 1, I'd answer fast if I were you, unless you're looking to get screwed. Oh, and by the way, all the cash in round 2 is doubled, in case you care about things like that.
Now that's good game design.
6 trombones is not a parade.
Feast your eyes upon this. This question ain't nothing to F with. If the Wu-Tang Clan had named themselves after things invented during the Tang Dynasty, who would not be a member? Old Dirty Porcelain? Ghost... Uh-oh. You knew that screw was coming, Player 1. Binge Pipe was going to make you read this eventually. Might as well be now. I love this part. Will the correct answer please rise? There are no records of the hourglass existing before a French monk made one in the 8th century. Old Dirty Porcelain is known for his outrageously profane lyrics about his hummels. Nice screwing, Player 2. Here's your extra cash.
La vie est un canard. 7.
Next, calculating some hourglass figures. That last question got me thinking about sand timers. You know those little plastic hourglasses that come with some board games? Boggle, Taboo, Apples to Apples, Clue, and Jenga. How many of these games are traditionally sold with any kind of timer? Oh, and include Settlers of Catan and Scattergories in your tally. 3, 4, 5, or... What's this? You got hit by a screw, Player 2. Binge Pipe doesn't like it when I shout at you, but they're fine with this. Let's see who got it. Boggle and Taboo usually come with little sand timers. Scattergories too, although that game eventually added a mechanical timer, which still counts. It still counts because it's a timer. It counts down time. No? Okay.
Hey, question!
Binge Pipe now offers content surveys. Would you like a question where you don't count your chickens before they've hatched, or a question where you do count your chickens before they've hatched? Choose on your devices now. Here are the votes. You have chosen.
'Twas then I learned to heed the winds of eight.
Here's one for you. A question where you don't count your chickens before they've hatched. If you have 6 eggs and 3 chickens, how many chickens do you have? 3, 6, 9, or 1,200? Okay, what'd you pick? Yeah, you have 3 chickens because I said you have 3 chickens. I write I'm not a chicken on all my eggs just as a reminder. I also write that on my bathroom mirror. Let's try type equals squiggly bracket male, comma, revolutionary squiggly bracket.
Accept all cookies, don't clear your cache. It's time for data mining.
Binge Pipe has acquired some search histories they need help with.
Yes, we need your help in identifying which political revolutionary it belongs to. Options if I was wrongfully imprisoned for 27 years. Stream Invictus. Better title for Average Hike to Liberty. Whose search history have we acquired? Martin Luther King Jr., Mikhail Gorbachev, Nelson Mandela, or Fidel Castro.
Who picked what? Ow. Yeah, way to be wrong. Were you thinking this one? Nelson Mandela was the anti-apartheid revolutionary and former president of South Africa who was imprisoned, wrote Long Walk to Freedom, and was played by Morgan Freeman in the film Invictus.
Binge Pipe loves to learn about our customers, and we will share that information with the government, but only if they ask, and they will ask.
Sabes que es lindo, yes, perritos.
Coming up next, Netflix and deep freeze. Which of these examples of Netflix and chill is going down where the chilliest temperature on Earth was recorded? Hipsters hugging to Bright in Spokane, Washington, teens watching The Crown in Oymyakon, Siberia, scientists binging altered carbon at the Vostok station, or vegans spooning with Food Incan at the base of Mount Fuji. Hope you like what you picked. Correct answer, reveal yourself. In 1983, the Russian research station in Antarctica recorded a temperature of minus 128.6 degrees. Nothing quite like cuddling around streaming content to keep you warm. Welcome to the attack. When you see an answer that matches the category, tap it on your device. The faster you pick a right answer, the more cash you make. And more than one answer can be Well, excuse me for living. Here's your clue. You will definitely eat me. You are what you eat. Every little part. Good luck. One's got it! Nicely done, Player One. Next round's on you. I'll have a Cosmo. No, wait, make that an Appletini. No, wait, Grasshopper. Get me a Grasshopper. Oh, no, wait.
You don't know Jack!
Binge Pipe continues to stick with its commitment to present You Don't Know Jack. Binge Pipe, there must be something better you could be doing.
Welcome to You Don't Know Jack. I'm usually Cookie Masterson, but Binge Pipe wanted to focus test some new names, so today I'm Hortense McFartbody. Great. You know what they say, two's company, three's company, plus Cookie Masterson. Okay, let's hit it.
Time for question one.
First up, can't or won't stop the feeling. Which Justin Timberlake song title best describes the act of lapidation? Cry Me a River, Rock Your Body, Sexy Back, or What Goes Around Comes Around? What'd you guys pick? Please return the sexy to where you found it. You will call the right answer by its name. Lapidation is the act of stoning someone to death. Yeah, it's amazing how many people misinterpret that song.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Take a good look at Tomorrow We March on Olive Garden. What might a protest sign read that was pro-anti-pasto? Give me my just desserts, pry my appetizers from my cold dead hand. Hey, hey, ho, ho, this pasta entree has to go. Or make salad, not war. And how'd we do? I think you know it's coming. Antipasto is the appetizer in an Italian meal. I once saw an antipresto. That's the appetizer magician that comes before the main one.
Why don't we do it with free?
Why not try Think in Bio? And I'm tagging you because it's time for a Dis or Dat. I'm going to read 7 names, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's a dog on Instagram that has over 100,000 followers, or a Nobel Prize winner in physics. Answer quick. You'll only have a few seconds to choose between an Instagram dog or a Nobel laureate. And you're both doing this together, so pay attention. Ready? Let's go. Aloysius Van Winkle. Digby Van Winkle. Neville Francis Mott. Neville Jacobs. Matty Humphrey. Polycarp Kush. Wolfgang Pauli. You did it! Kind of. But player one, of all the losers, you are the loseriest.
Proactive measures have been enacted for customer fidelity.
Uh-oh, camp counselor's here.
Your poor performance has earned you a screw.
Use that sucker on your opponent to trip him up during a question.
Now that's what I call consumer engagement.
I don't need you anymore.
Here's one I like to call a patronizing saint. What's an example of me mansplaining a Michael Mann movie? Okay, Jurassic Park is about a dinosaur theme park. Fight Club is about a group that fights each other. Gladiator is about a Roman gladiator. Or The Last of the Mohicans is about the last of the Mohicans. Let's see how that shook out. Yeah, let me mansplain this. Of the films listed here, Michael Mann only directed The Last of the Mohicans. Next up, Octopus Coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein?
Octopus, coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein. It's monster.
John Lennon's alter ego in Yellow Submarine. Octopus, Coffee, Queen Elizabeth, or Frankenstein? So watch out. You got the pointy end of the screw player too. Better crank up your brightness. What'd you guys pick? My buzzer isn't working, but want a hot tip on a right answer? In the 1968 animated film Yellow Submarine, John Lennon is introduced as Frankenstein's monster. Way to screw player one. This is your cash now. Say goodbye to round one. Numbers don't lie. Let's take a look.
Currently, player 2 is in the lead. Player 1, on the other hand. Wow, you are really doing it. Poorly. When the going gets tough, the tough gets another screw.
And don't forget, round 2 screws screw even harder. And you'll net more cash for each player that answers wrong. So don't be shy about using that thing. Better get those answers in fast, player 2, before you get screwed. Oh, and did I mention all the money's doubled in round 2?
You can take that to the bank.
6 trombones is not a parade.
I call this one Future Ducktopia. It's time to travel to the far-off future. Imagine our society has crumbled to dust. I mean, more than it already has. In the year 4085, when future archaeologists are exploring the remnants of the Duck Dynasty, which of these coveted trophies will they find? A Purple Heart, a Pulitzer Prize, a Palme d'Or, or a Platinum Album? Okay, what'd you pick? In mankind's war against the ducks, only the victors gave out medals. That's correct, for a totally different question. Is what you had in mind? The Robertson family of Duck Dynasty fame released a Christmas album, Duck the Halls. It went platinum in the US. To be fair, the cast of Duck Dynasty is a lot like Santa Claus. They all have big beards, and I never wake up when they visit my home in the night.
Mes collègues sont des crétins. 7.
It's time for At 9 months will come a great flood. If famed seer Nostradamus had the gift of prophecy even as a fetus, what might he have predicted about his own birth? I shall emerge from my mother in Spain. I will flee from the womb in France. I will depart through a narrow canal in Italy. Or, in Germany, I shall expel... Well. You got screwed in the back, player 2. You guys remember your password, right? Okay, let's take a look. Who could have predicted this? Here's the right one. Nostradamus was a French guy who was rather predictably born in France. It's impressive to know your horoscope before you have a birthday. That screw was a good move, player 1. Here's that cash.
'Twas then I learned to heed the way.